You think nothing bothers me?
We'll get to it.
Well, it's fine. No,
We'll get to it.
I'd like to start. We're gonna organically.
We'll start now?
No, of course. I mean,
Okay.
yeah. You were 1,000 years late.
Like almost.
You showed up here. You got a coffee from your house,
I
which
was
is
running late.
the funniest thing. I keep telling you. I go, this guy is gonna show up. He's gonna be late, and then you go, I mean, why would I be late? Here we are.
Because I'm never.
Here we are.
I'm never a late
I know.
person. I never ask any one of my friends. I'm on time.
Right. Angle this way so you'll be on camera.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like just turn your chair like kind of
All right.
cheat
Yeah.
out. Yeah. I mean, buddy, welcome. You know what I mean? I'm happy to have you.
Thank
here.
you. Thank you.
You were 45 minutes late.
No,
That's
39.
fine. 39 minutes
39
late. That's
minutes
great.
late. But
Who
you
wants to
accounted
be-
for it.
But you want people that are going to show up and just kind of let you know, be like, I want to be here, but like not really. You know what I mean? You want both those things happening at the same time.
I sat in my house yesterday. When you texted me, you're like, hey, are you coming tomorrow? You said, are you? And I said, okay, yeah, I'm coming in. I'm in. And I literally sat and thought about what to talk about.
Oh, okay.
And I had
appreciate that.
I had a conversation with my girlfriend, and she's like, "Oh, why don't you tell this story?" And I go, "Oh, that's a good
And
one."
what were you planning on doing today before you realized you had the podcast?
I was just gonna sit at home and watch Gotham all
That's
day.
great.
Yeah.
And what did you said to your girlfriend? I'm going to what?
I'm gonna fuck the day away.
Yeah, which sounds a lot. You're gonna fuck her.
No.
But you're not.
No.
No. When you say to your girlfriend, "I'm gonna fuck this day away," 100%, she to your girlfriend, it means I'm gonna watch Gotham. The whole
No,
day.
because she knows the day's getting fucked, not
day-
her.
the day.
Not her. She's
Yeah, yeah,
fine.
yeah.
She's got
The 24
She's
12
literally
hours of-
leaving.
Yeah.
She knows she's not.
She goes,
getting
have fun fucking.
Yeah,
And it's just
exactly.
you and the guy with Gotham.
me and coffee and
Yeah.
the dog, and that's
I
it.
love you came here and you brought your own coffee cup. What a
Well,
what a power move.
You thought you could give me a small chair
Yeah. I gave you the small chair as like, I'm trying to alpha
to
you.
flex on me,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Mind you, there's an office chair over there, and I could have had that.
Could
but-
have had, yeah, I know.
but instead I got
know.
this
I got
stool.
This tiny, it's a better stool. It's
Than
better
that?
Than anything.
That's
Yeah.
an office chair.
I know.
This is a stool.
But, the chair is, it's not a good chair. Look at it. It's disgusting. It's like missing pieces. It looks like it's a guy had a terminal disease, for God's sake.
Case, I feel like I'm sitting on a broom. Like, let's
Interesting.
Who are we fooling here?
Interesting. You know what that feels like. Anyway, welcome. Happy to have you here,
Thank
buddy.
you for having me.
What's your name? We're right. We got Kase Arora here,
Yeah,
ladies and gentlemen.
Right.
Welcome. Buddy, what do you got? Plug yourself, for
Oh,
God's sake.
I don't know. You could go to kaseaurora.com and then you see stuff there.
And you just got back from a tour.
Yeah, we toured
With a bunch of other
Indian comics.
Indian comics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. It was great. It was fantastic.
looked like it was fun.
5 cities, 9 days.
I was hanging out with your boy the other night,
Who?
Mr. Tushar. Shout out Tushar.
Yeah. Right.
Good man. Yeah, you guys went on that was it looked like a lot of fun. You just got back?
Yeah, we got back, and then I went to a comedy festival in Rogue Island.
Oh,
Comedy
Rogue
Festival.
Island. All right. Yeah.
that was also fun.
That was a good time.
Yeah, now I'm like home for like 2 months, and I feel like restless.
Comedy festivals are fun. We're going to go on tour.
Yes,
We're going on tour in
Yeah.
April. Yeah, I forgot
End
about
of
that.
April
Yeah.
till beginning of May. It's like maybe it'll
What
probably
is
be
it,
like,
like 8 dates? 9 dates?
no, like it'll be like 10, 11.
10, 11, yeah.
10, 11 days.
Wow,
It's going to be
that's a
called
lot.
the Tour About Nothing.
Tour About Nothing. Yeah.
Do you think you can handle that? Because I feel this is what happened.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna probably throw other of my tour mates off
Yeah.
the under the bus. So he Akash.
Oh, I, by the way, texted Akash, and it was super passive, maybe aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
I said, "What's up, man?" He goes, "Oh, man, mad tired, didn't get any sleep." And I go, I said something like that, and then he said something like, he goes, something like Alingan and Tushar, fuck them. I'm going to wake them up, fuck them. And I go, ha, 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 why fuck them? And he
Yeah.
was like, because they woke me up or something. It just sounded like there was already like, he
This
was
is the
like,
thing, this is
he's
the
got to get any sleep, man. Fuck this.
It's a
kind of
perfect
thing.
person to talk about because he's
Yeah.
we're on our way leaving to Atlanta, right? And he goes, he's talking to his girl on the phone.
Yeah.
And then he goes, he's like, yeah, we've been together for like a few days now. I think we're starting to get sick of each other. I'm standing right there.
You're right there. He
and
does that. He
and
does
I'm
do that.
sitting there
Yeah.
going, and I'm sitting there thinking, I'm not getting sick of you.
Yeah. I know.
I felt so sad.
He does that all the time. Like I've been on the phone with him, and he goes, "It's cool, man." But like he like says stuff, and you go, "I'm right here, man."
Yeah.
Like it's insane. It's really funny, but
Right.
it's also like I'm here, right?
Right.
Like
yeah.
what are you
and
doing?
also, it's just like I'm not sick of
It
you at all.
feels like you're with the head of a network, and he's just like, "Yeah, the show's gonna get canceled," and then you just go, "I'm right here."
Yeah, it's
what?
like-
The show's gonna get canceled?
Well-
And he goes, "I love you.
Yeah.
And every's great, and
Yeah.
I'm really happy. I want you to be part of my
I
family."
guess I should just get my affairs in order. Is what that feels like.
Right, exactly.
It was so he said that, and I go, oh, all right. Like I don't. This is the thing about tours is that people. I've done a 3-week. I've done a 4-week run. Yeah. This was 9 days. So it's about like, can you handle it? Because I can handle it. I know I can handle.
So What's there to handle? What happened? What happened? Do you think that he was like, we're getting sick of each other? And do you think that like that's a thing a lot of guys do? Maybe he's just doing it for his girl. You know, you ever been on the phone with your girl? And she's like, "How is it, babe?" And you're like, "More fun than we've ever had together."
Yeah.
But then you have to be like, "Oh man, it's not that good." Because you love them. You don't want to be like, it's a different kind of fun, right? You go, "Babe, I love you," but
I've
this
never
is like
thought of it
fun.
that way. I've never thought of it like where you're just sitting there and you got to be like, I would have been nice if he said, "Yeah, we're getting sick of each other," and he covered the phone. He goes.
No, right. I've literally been on the phone with someone and I go, yeah, it's all right. I kind of wish and I've lied and been like, yeah, it would have been more fun if I just like stayed at home and we just like watched TV together, whatever.
And it's complete horseshit.
But literally, my hat is on sideways and I'm like fist pumping in the air, spinning 360-degree circles like a monkey, like
You're smoking a cigarette and drinking. You're like, I wish I was at home in bed with you.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Do you remember? We had a great night. I think you were there. I don't remember who was there. There were so many people. We had a night. It was a bunch of people, and then it ended up turning into like 11 comics, all at my house, and we were just getting high, and it ended up just being the most fun hang. It was like me, you. I think you were there, and I think Tushar was there, and I know Akash was there. I don't know if Blau was there. But Michael Blaustein, Akash Singh, Tushar Singh, not related, and Amir was there, and Derek Gaines was there. I don't think some other people. You don't know there?
I wasn't there. I would have remembered that.
Well, yeah, you're like part of like the people that would have been there, and we just got high, and we all just told the dirtiest. I mean, okay, I just told the dirtiest, but we just started saying the dirtiest like hookup stories.
Yeah.
And it was just like so graphic. I was like, this is great.
Yeah.
Just 10 men in a room.
Yeah, just really
talking about butts and boobs.
You just
I was like, it was so much.
Oh
yeah, it was so much fun. I was like, honestly, I was like, how do I would love to do this. I mean, I'm sure I'd really be like, this is hell after like the 5th time, but it was so much fun, guys. Welcome to Kase of the Mondays. You know what I mean? Like, this is Kase Arora I have here on the podcast. We're never gonna get to the questions, right? That's a thing.
I mean, we
never get to them. We're gonna get to them,
right?
But we never get to.
You said something about like the tour, how people get sick of each other. This is how the best way to describe it. You know, when you and I hang out, right?
Yeah.
And then let's say if it's been like 6 hours, and it's like, all right, cool, I'm going, right? But imagine I don't leave. That's how people. Like,
you just can't get. Yeah, they're just always there.
You wake up, I'm there. You go to bed. Right before you go to bed, who's there?
You.
Yeah. Now
you have to take a bite of a sandwich. You're there. You take another bite. You go, wow, there he is.
Exactly.
It hasn't stopped
the
whole time.
The bathroom. You're in the bathroom. Guess what happens when you come out? Who's there?
You never stop being there, baby.
Yeah, exactly. So now it's Katie as well and Alex.
Yeah, so we're gonna be on tour with Miss Katie Hannigan and Mr. Alex Pavone, the Canadian nightmare. I just made that up.
Right.
I don't know why I call him.
But I'm just saying, I don't know. Can you handle it? Because
I can handle it. I mean, you just saw you showed up 35 minutes late to this, and I didn't. And I'm writing with a Sharpie. By the way, this is just for everyone that's listening to this podcast. The drunkest I've ever been doing a podcast. I got full on annihilated last night. So I'm so happy you're here. You came up with your own coffee cup.
Right.
You could have showed up with a knife, stabbed me, and I've been like, stuff happens, man.
I don't know why your mind goes there of all places.
Because I mean, you could have just literally showed up, assaulted me. But I mean, you verbally, you metaphorically assaulted me by just being late, but but I mean, you could have actually assaulted me, and I've been like, I don't know, man. I'm still drunk from last night.
That's what I like about you is you're not fazed by that.
Right. So this tour, no matter what happens, and I can't imagine. I've lived with Alex. I've basically lived with you. The only person I can imagine something annoying happening with would be Katie, but the only thing I can imagine her doing is like nonstop eating sunflower seeds or something, like just some kind of weird she just doesn't stop. Like she goes, hey, so like, and I'm like, Katie, man, it's been 2 hours. You just being sunflower seeds. She goes, oh, I know. I do this like at home.
We're still in New York State.
Yeah.
Like, I will kill you.
Oh, you do it at home? She goes, yeah, but like, I don't know. I just like, I'm here and I just, whatever. You know, she's.
We'll throw her out the car. We'll throw her right out the car.
You find out she just has a very annoying habit that she never does in front of anybody else.
She eats Tootsie Rolls with her mouth open. Like just
right. You're like,
wild.
she's like, hey guys,
Yeah.
it's like
Oh,
all
gosh.
chocolate. You're like, Katie, good God, what are you doing? Please stop.
Right.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna look. It's gonna be fun. But I got really drunk last night, and I was like, so you could have showed up and been a complete monster. Would have been fine with it.
How do
know?
you? This is what I'm curious. How do you do this? Like you've run shows, right? And you don't stress about there being enough audience. You don't stress about starting it on time. You don't stress about like even comedians doing horrendous.
Right.
You like what causes you like
What
me?
gives me stress?
No, yeah.
So
no,
you
no,
you
I don't
get
want
stress
to.
from anything.
No, I don't want to hear what gives you stress.
Yeah.
I want to hear because I don't care what gives you stress.
Interesting.
I want to hear.
You heard it here first.
I want to hear how do you take those things and you're like it's like a duck in water. It just rolls right?
Off me, right?
Yeah. How do you do that? Because I can't do those three things without being livid.
Well, I think it's like I think everyone has different coping mechanisms.
Okay.
Right? So, have you ever done a show and you've been like stressed out and then you've had no fun?
Yeah.
Right. I don't do that.
Go to
You know what I mean?
You know, I'm leaving.
No, because
I want a real answer.
because-
Don't tell
no,
me I don't do that.
Because I don't.
What
When
a
you
horseshit answer.
no, it's not a horseshit answer because when you get on stage, it's like okay. So every time I get on stage, I go, this can be. So I only kind of give myself, and I would actually maybe like to start exploring like what that would be like to have that feeling, but it's just not fun to be on stage and be like, ugh, all right, I gotta get through this. This is gonna suck. I'm really nervous.
What about running a show? Like running a show or other people doing poorly or starting on time. These things don't faze you?
When people do poorly,
Yeah.
it's the most interesting thing because something happened. It's never been like, oh, this guy did so well that I've literally been on 1,000 comedy shows. There's probably been like 8 times where I'm like, thousands of comedy shows. It's probably been 8 times where I remember someone doing so well,
Right.
that I was like, wow, that person really killed that night. I wish that'll go down the annals of comedy history in my mind. That guy really crushed tonight. And 8's being so nice. It's probably
Right.
like 1 or 2.
Right.
You know?
The annals of time.
Yeah, the annals of time.
The annals
The
of
annals
time.
of time.
Right.
Yeah, the annals
This
of comedy
is gonna
history.
sit in my asshole for eternity.
For eternity, for
Yeah.
my entire life. But the amount of times people bomb, and then I remember it. Oh, baby, that's
Do you
in
get
there.
joy out of it?
I don't think I get joy out of it. Just like funny watching it happen. 'Cause
Yeah, but
it's-
if you're
you're
running a
watching,
show, it's your responsibility.
you're watching something happen.
Yeah.
When people do well, that's like to me, that's almost like it's gray. You know, it's like what happened is supposed to happen. You told jokes, people laughed, they enjoyed it, they said thank you. Maybe they follow you on some social media.
Sure.
What happened is that's what's supposed to happen.
Right.
But watching someone slowly fuck up and then fuck up because they fucked up and then fuck up because they fucked up fucking up.
Yeah.
And watching that little just slow decline it's the most fascinating thing because you get the
You're a
real
sick man.
You get the real person at that point, right?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, oh man, I was watching somebody did really well the other night, but every time they were a great comic and they were just but every time something like didn't hit, they were like, well, what are you gonna do? It was just so funny to be like, what are you gonna do is so funny. And I was like, but then in between just crushing, but it's so funny. The jokes were so funny, and I was just like, oh man. But does it just be like to have something and then have them kind of be like, it was so honest, you know? Mm-hmm. But that's what I mean. I guess that's kind of the cool part if you do, because you don't really. We both do jokes, but we're not really like joke guys, right? Like I mean, you
like one-liners.
Not one-liners, but like just like here is 8 sentences that are a joke. Like it's more like organic and conversational for both.
Right.
Have you've had jobs, huh? Look
Yeah,
at that segue
right.
into the buddy, call me Seg.
Yeah, my God, that turned real hard.
Yeah, and I had absolutely no.
My neck hurts from
I
that.
had
that
that was a
segue.
hard turn,
Yeah,
right?
Oh my God.
And I honestly, I
I didn't know segue give you a whiplash.
I was gonna be like, call me Seg because my last name's Way, and I had no. I was like, that's not how you do it.
Yeah,
That's
you didn't
not
even
a thing.
write segue on the paper. It'd be nice if you did, and then circled it a couple
I wrote
times.
stress, and I wrote I don't have any. I wrote on the paper. I mean, it's fun, right? You do comedy. You've had regular jobs before. What's your the worst you've ever fucked up at a regular job?
I mean, I've messed up a lot of times.
Yeah?
I've messed up a ton.
But the worst you've ever fucked up.
This is the thing. I'll tell you this. Like, I have been okay. Like when I was younger, like if an adult job.
No, just like in
or
general.
any job. Job.
Yeah, the most you have ever fucked up at anything.
Right.
I'll give you an example. One of the worst I've ever fucked up at a job was the first day at a deli. Mm-hmm. It wasn't that I fucked up at the job. I fucked up accepting the job. I shouldn't have took it to begin with.
Yeah, right.
It was a deli. I came in. The guy goes, "Can you go downstairs and get some beef tongues?" I go, "Huh?"
Yeah.
I go, "Huh?" I'm like 14. Mm-hmm. I go, "The what?" He goes, "The beef tongue. It's downstairs. You just grab a couple, bring them up." I go,
Yeah.
And I'm like, this guy's kidding me. I'm like, this is like when they tell you to get dry steam. This is just going to be like a thing. I get downstairs. There is a
Such
barrel.
a reference.
There
dry
is
steam.
a barrel.
Yeah.
Do you know what a barrel is?
I know what
it's
a barrel
from the
is.
1920s. People used to go over waterfalls with them, like an actual barrel, a wooden cask.
That's another strange reference.
And I open
to
up
barrels.
the top. There is a barrel.
Right.
And I open it up, and inside of it, floating in, I think, brine,
Yeah, it has to
is
be.
dozens of beef tongues. I'm sorry, cow tongues?
Right.
Not beef tongues.
Yeah, because
right?
beef
They're
doesn't make
cow.
sense. Yeah, cow tongue.
It's just a body. There's organs floating in a brine in front of me. I look in.
Yeah.
I literally look at it. I smile. I go. I just close the top.
Yeah.
I go upstairs and I go, "I'm sorry. I had the days confused. I thought I was starting tomorrow."
Yeah.
And the guy goes, "What?" And I go, "Yeah, my mom is outside. I have to go. Thank you, though. I'll see you tomorrow."
Right.
I was there for 15 minutes.
And
And
that's
I walked outside. The guy looks to me, and I could see his face. You know, you could feel what people are thinking.
Sure.
And he goes, I could see him on his face. He goes, "Is this really happening?" And I, without even having a conversation, I look at him. I go, "Yeah, this is happening." And I take off my red apron.
Yeah.
I fold it.
Yeah.
And I put it down. I go, and I just go, "Thank you very much." I was like, "I'll see you tomorrow."
Right.
Biggest lie I've ever told. I mean, right in the face. I was like,
Yeah,
"I'll see you tomorrow." I was
You
like, "I'll
literally
never be
left a
back
man
yet."
high and dry.
Yeah, he looked
Yeah.
at me like, "What the hell?"
You didn't even bring the cow tongues up, which would have been the least you could have done.
No, I'm not touching cow tongues.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, a body part. So that's the worst I've.
Right.
That's the worst I've ever fucked up. Accepting a job. I mean, to leave 15 minutes into being hired.
Absolutely.
No one's quit that fast.
No. That's up
That's
there.
like being at the interview and they go, "All
Right.
right, can you start Monday?" I go, "I can't accept this job. I'm really sorry. I have to go."
Quitting during the interview would be the funniest thing in the world.
Guys, I'm so happy. This is the most hungover I've ever been.
Right.
We are not gonna go. Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
So I used to work at Pathmark, which is a grocery store.
Oh yeah.
Right. And I was
Pathmark.
a cashier.
Yeah.
So I was probably a cashier for like 2 months, and then they bring me into the office. And
That's a good length of time.
yeah, it was a good amount.
Comparatively, you worked there 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, I just
what I did?
I
Yeah.
collect pension off that.
Oh
So,
wow.
Yeah, that's what
You're
it
just
feels.
getting checks.
Right, it's crazy.
That's how you got that coffee right there. Yeah. That's came from Pathmark.
Pathmark coffee. So they bring me into the office and they're like, "Hey, we gotta talk to you." And I'm like, "What's up?" They're like, "You've been giving away vegetables,
Wow. Okay.
haven't you?" And I go, "Yeah, I have." I don't even lie. I just
That's
full on.
great.
I just sit there and go, "Yeah, I have
Yeah.
been." They're
Yeah.
like, "You've given away hundreds of
Vegetables.
dollars of vegetables."
Vegetables?
Yeah, hundreds of dollars.
Yeah.
They're like, "You didn't enter in any of the codes."
Wow. So what did you do? Scan them?
No, you know, there's a code you're supposed to press,
Yeah,
and that
yeah.
whole thing it's a scale. So you
Yeah.
wait on the scale
Yeah.
and you press the code. Like broccoli is 0609, right?
Yeah.
I didn't learn any of the codes. Wow. They gave me a book full of codes.
Yeah, you just threw it out?
I took the book and I was
How
like,
old were you?
I was like maybe 15.
Wow.
I was like,
Yeah.
I look at the book and I go, "There's no way in hell I'm learning these codes."
15-year-old boys are never. You can't
Yeah.
count on them.
You can't go.
You go, "Mike, did you do the thing I asked you to do? That's part of your job?" And the 15-year-old boy looks at you, be like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
of course I did it."
So-
Like, did you actually do it? Like, no.
This is the thing. The reason I didn't give away all the vegetables and fruits because some of them had the codes on the fruit and vegetable.
Right.
It said 2358.
Right, so you
and
just
so
do, yeah.
then I can enter it in and be like 2358 apples. You're good to go.
Yeah, that's what we call in a business a loss.
Right.
Yeah, you can't.
So then
You just go, I charge for about 25% of the items that we have.
So then they're like, "Listen, you've given away hundreds of dollars of vegetables," and I go, And they're like, why? Like, why didn't you just put the code in? And I go, I didn't bother learning the codes. They're like, why didn't you? You have a book. You could have used the book.
Yeah.
And I go, I didn't feel like flipping through the pages. It's probably 6 pages. Which is like 3 pages, like back and forth. So it's only 3 pages. And they go, why would you give away so much fruits and vegetables? And I look at the guy and I go, what are they gonna do with it? That's so bad. What's gonna happen here?
Right.
It's cauliflower.
It's cauliflower.
It's broccoli.
Like the guy goes, I own it.
Yeah. Who cares?
Yeah.
And the guy's like, oh, it's a loss to the company. And I go, is it your company?
Wow.
It's Pathmark. Are you John
Wow.
Pathmark?
Wow.
So the guy,
15 years old.
Yeah.
Speaking truth to power.
I'm
You know what I mean?
spitting in this man's face is what I'm really doing.
That's great.
Yeah. So then he goes,
because he's right. He's not Johnny Pathmark.
Yeah. No.
He's not Bob Pathmark.
No, he's not. Yeah.
He's not even a distant relative of Path.
Right. He's
neither
not,
Path nor Mart are in any of his names.
None of it's happening.
The guy's
he's not even Mark Pathmark.
Right. He's just sitting there being
Right.
like, I'm tending to another man's.
Yes.
He fucks my wife.
Right. Right.
You're right.
It doesn't get any.
I'm watching this man fuck my wife for years.
And I'm giving away broccoli, and I
Yeah.
do not care. So then they go, all right.
So many people got so healthy for free.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I'm doing service.
Hey, the amount of people that don't have diabetes now because of you.
That's
You
what
really
I'm thinking.
did- yeah.
I've helped the greater
For those
Queens,
two-
Long Island.
For those 2 months, people
Yeah.
in Queens were sitting
Living
pretty.
it up.
Yeah.
Living it.
Just plentiful broccoli.
Those who wanted it
cauliflower.
got it.
People were like, you got to get to Pathmark, man. There's a guy there. And
Yeah.
if you get broccoli
Go to
or
cashier
cauliflower,
15. He doesn't care.
Don't get crackers because he'll
Right.
charge you. But if you get any okra,
Yeah,
this guy will
right.
let you just slide.
Anything in a plastic
Smooth.
bag, just
Yeah.
going right
Yeah.
across.
You're good, yeah.
Yeah.
This guy won't do anything. So the guy looks at you, say this, you
Yes.
say these things. But it's so much fun being that age and just being a wise ass. To
Oh, complete
a,
to
gr-
be
a grown
just-
man who's taking everything completely serious because it's his job.
Right.
But you can see in his eyes, he's like, all right, I want to fuck around too. You're
Yeah.
right. But
So-
like, he's like, my boss is. I'm on camera. I can't.
So he goes to me, he goes, you got to
We live in a society.
Right.
Like I just like you go.
There
all
are
right.
laws.
There are laws. You can't just do what you want.
I wanted to be like, what's the broccoli law that I need to follow here?
That's the funniest 15-year-old thing to say. I'm sorry. Are there broccoli laws?
Right.
How about eggplant laws? Do you have codes?
Yeah,
Do you have jurisdiction on this?
If there
goddamn
are there leafy
bok
green
choy?
rules
Yeah.
that I need to follow? So he goes, listen, you got to stop doing that. And he goes,
Wow, he didn't fire you?
no, he doesn't
Wow.
fire me. So
nice.
he goes,
He's probably laughing, honestly.
yeah, maybe he's probably letting
I
it
would've
go.
laughed. 15-year-old kid.
So he the next day I call in and I go, listen, I'm supposed to be at work, you know. I call in and I go, hey, I'm not gonna make it. And the
Wow.
guy goes, there's a long pause
Yeah.
and then like 10 seconds of silence.
That's a long time.
That's real long. And then
And I got to say, that pause to any adult is terrifying, and you say something. You realize you're going to get fired. You realize you done something bad.
yeah.
15-year-old boy, that silence, you go, uh-huh.
Yeah.
You just don't react to that at all. 10 seconds of silence from your
Right.
boss. You go, or I could come in earlier.
Yeah,
Sorry
yeah,
about that,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
You
of
know
course.
what that silence means.
Right,
You go,
right.
this guy, this is, but
I'm on my way out the door. I'm in the
But-
car. Anything.
yeah,
Anything.
because I know that sounds. Because I've done the same thing. I've called out sick to a job, and I go, yeah, I'm not. And to be honest, I didn't even call it sick.
Right.
I just said I'm not going to come in today.
I once called in and I told the boss that, like, listen, man, I woke up, it's 11:30. I can either run in, get in there by like 1 and then do 3 hours of work, or I can come in tomorrow. He goes, listen, this is what you're going to do. You're gonna
This is what you're going to do.
You're going to stay home.
You're going to stay home.
You're going to go watch Fast and the Furious.
Oh,
A new
wow.
one had come out at that point, right?
That's
he goes,
great.
Go in and we'll talk about it tomorrow.
Wow,
And I
what a
go,
great boss.
That guy was incredible.
Yeah.
He's like, listen, no bother.
Yeah.
But so then this way at Pathmark, the guy, so it's 10 seconds of silence.
Yeah.
Then
Wow.
followed by a deep sigh.
Deep sigh's great, man.
Yeah, just really like not. I just drank something refreshing.
Honestly, that sigh is so much too, because he probably at the same time is like, I hate this.
Yeah.
Because it's more like I hate my job.
Yes.
Than it is.
Yes.
I'm annoyed at you because
Right.
he's like, I wish I was 15.
Right. Yes.
To just
Yeah.
call out sick and say, I mean, you threw up 2 double middle fingers to the
Yeah.
entire world.
Right.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Not
yeah.
even to him, to
Yeah.
society. You were
Oh,
like,
absolutely.
fuck you. I'm
like,
not showing
I'm
up.
rolling backwards
Right.
with the middle fingers.
Right. You're if you are the person that is the person. If you're society crumbles. Like,
Absolutely.
There's no way. If
No,
people
no.
just are like, fuck you, insurance agency.
Oh, yeah,
fuck you, hospital.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
I have
every job.
zero respect for authority. So
Yeah.
he goes deep sigh.
Deep sigh.
And then he goes, and then you realize this man's 28, right?
Wow.
He's 28.
He's younger than both of us now.
right.
Yeah.
And
We're
you-
75 years old.
and
Continue.
his world cracks. And
Yeah.
you could just, and he just goes, well, I'm just going to have to fire you.
That's great.
And
He hits puberty again.
I lose
That's
it.
great. But
I start
that
laughing
guy
on the phone.
That guy, his voice cracks, bro. You made a grown man's voice crack on the phone. That's the moment he became a true adult. You know?
Yes,
He hung
right.
up the phone with you. He went and gambled, took up smoking,
Yeah, oh,
got a
yeah.
prostitute
Yeah.
that night.
Ate a chicken in the parking lot.
Yeah, exactly. Just full chicken by himself. He goes. He got a 1-bedroom apartment. Left his fucking. Left his family.
Yeah.
Put pizza in the freezer. Just started drinking vodka
A
right
new
out of the
life.
bottle.
A
Yeah.
new life.
He just sitting there in his underwear, mustard stains
Right.
on white t-shirt, full bachelor.
Yeah.
He just you quit that job and he became the old man that he.
I aged him 10 years in that phone call.
20 easily.
So he goes, I'm going to fire you. And I go, yeah, you're gonna.
You're gonna have to.
Yeah.
Oh,
if
that's
you
the best.
don't, I don't respect you.
You got to.
I can't walk into the into Pathmark.
Is there
and then-
anything better than being that age and then you get fired, but you take the boss's role in the firing?
Yes.
He's like, I'm gonna have to fire you, and you're like, I mean, if you don't.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not gonna look good for you. He goes, what? You go, listen, if you want to make any kind of headway in this company, you're gonna have to do this the right way. You're gonna have to fire me,
Right.
And this is how you're gonna have to do it. Number
Right.
one, you just go, well, these are the things you have to do.
I didn't even collect the last paycheck.
Wow,
I didn't.
what a power move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was.
That's probably hurts him more than anything.
Of course,
Yeah.
because he's sitting there waiting.
You
for
not
that-
collecting that last paycheck, he probably hired another 15-year-old, and he was like, I'm not going to do this again. And then he sees that paycheck, and he goes, all right, when can he start? like the fact that you didn't show up to that that's crazy. Nobody besides a child doesn't. I mean, you're 15, you're a child. Nobody besides a kid doesn't
At
pick up
32,
their last paycheck. Yeah.
I was harassing my old boss for a paycheck, and it was
course.
for like $105.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, there's like a paycheck for a child at 15, and I was like,
You know, if they invested that at this point, you'd have, who knows?
yeah, who even cares?
I wonder if that boss is still there. You think he's
I've gone to
how
that.
old would he
I've
have
gone to
been?
that Pathmark. Well, if
like
I was,
58
he was
now,
13
38? I
years,
don't know.
so he'd be 47.
Wow.
Yeah.
That hurts, man.
If he's still at Pathmark,
He's 47?
Yeah.
Wow.
and he's just driving around thinking
That
about that
sucks.
piece of garbage kid that he gave a
also,
shot
he's
to.
probably a millionaire. You know?
No.
No, those guys, they work a lot of hours. Those companies usually have like a good 401k.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I'm just trying to be nice.
Yeah,
There's nothing else I can
There's
say.
no redeeming quality to this part. This is the thing. You told me there were a couple things you wanted to discuss.
Yeah.
And I knew that with the job or like a bad job experience,
Yeah.
I knew that I'd have no redeeming factor other than being a piece of shit teenager. And
Yeah, I mean-
I'm okay with that.
But you have to be a piece of shit.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
kind of young man shows up to a job and does well? You
I mean,
know?
people who are millionaires.
I mean, I had Akash on the podcast, and
Yeah.
we talked about this, and but specifically him. There's maybe funnier stories, but his is my favorite. He had a job. Shout out Akash saying, he had a job where he did so poorly that they couldn't fire him though because it was more expensive to train a new person.
that's usually what it is.
And I love that. I love
That's
that. I
usually
miss
what
that.
it is all the time.
Yeah,
like, seriously,
don't you
it's a big
wish?
deal.
And I mean, that'd be great, dude. Imagine comedy worked like that. You just had people that fucked up huge. They're
Yeah.
like, what am I gonna? Someone else is gonna get good at telling jokes. I can't.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
That's what it is, though.
But like,
You know, that's what it is now. We're in
Well-
that now.
yeah, but there's a lot of new people that.
But it's not
Good.
like you have a guy who, you have a guy who's incredible at
Right.
comedy, and you're like, oh, wait a minute, what are we gonna do? Wait for somebody like this to come along again? No,
Right.
They're like, we'll just give him another shot at it.
Oh yeah, at the higher level, yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
of course.
Yeah, I mean, you just keep getting chances. There's people I go, that guy. I mean, there's
They
people
do that
where-
all the time. There's an Indian actor who ran over somebody
That's
in a
true.
car.
There are people
and
that
he's still acting.
keep getting shots no matter what.
Yeah.
And it's weird being like, because sometimes someone does one thing and it doesn't go well, and we go, well, buddy, your career is over.
Right.
In anything, in any job. And then there's other things where the guy, and this is, I apologize, this is, vague, but purposefully so. But yeah, you just keep watching, you go, hey, maybe the problem is the seventh business. You know what the X factor is? You know what's the common thread through all of this?
Right.
And no one goes, well, it can't be Mike. Be like, yep, it's Mike, man. Mike's
Right.
been in every single one of these things that's failed. And you go, no, that's not it. That can't be.
Sometimes the collective group of it's just not enough. Even then, it's like, you know what? Mike is still good at what he does. If Mike does some weird stuff outside, that's a different story. But if, if the business is intact, then it's fine. It doesn't matter. They'll forgive all sorts of monsters as long as the work is good.
Yeah, as long as the work's good.
That's any field.
That's any field, yeah.
Yeah.
Even like a doctor.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, you could be like a complete. If you're a good, that's a weird thing too.
You could be a raging alcoholic,
right?
But if you're an amazing doctor,
like, dude, I get drunk and I fix hearts.
That's it. That's what
crazy.
It is. Right. That's what it is. You could just be. You could go home.
That's terrifying.
You know,
Imagine
if you're pummeling your wife as a doctor, but you come into the office and you heal.
Interesting first example, Casey.
200 people. You know what I mean? Like you cure cancer on 200 people. They're gonna find a way to forgive it. It's just what it is.
Isn't that weird? We watch all these things happen in the news, like, and so many people, like with Cosby and like people like that.
Right.
There's equally not equally, but there's a lot of good sometimes that those people do, and you never realized the whole time.
Yeah.
It's just to make up because they know they're monsters, but they're trying to make up for it. Which is weird because now
you're saying we need to do more bad in order to do more good.
I think that people that you see,
because if that's a license to do bad, I'm out of here.
I think the people you see overtly not doing good things that are pieces of garbage are probably some of the nicest people you're gonna meet. You know what I mean?
Of course, yeah.
Because people are like, we have to help these people. You're like, what kind of bodies do you have in your closet?
What sociopathic nonsense are you running? Yeah,
right.
Of course.
Yeah. So the person that's like, we need to help these animals, and then you're like, how many people have you murdered, man?
Absolutely,
right.
100%.
There's no way it's not. Guys, welcome to the Case of the Mondays
podcast.
That a commercial?
Is that a commercial break?
I think we're gonna. Do you want to start?
Wait.
Do you want to start recording? We should start recording.
If this is
Guys,
my idea of hell.
We did not get to any of the questions again. We didn't get to the questions. It's okay.
We got to the questions.
No, we got to one of the questions, but the other guys, if you have any experiences that you've been through. Worst you ever fucked up at a job. Worst you ever fucked up in a relationship. We want to get to that.
Can I do that as well? Do we have
a little bit of time. We'll get to that. I think we'll get to the second question. You're the first guest. I'm thinking we're gonna get to the second question.
Sure.
And worst you ever fucked up. Period. The worst you've ever fucked up. Email us at ofthemondays@gmail. Let us know. And by us I mean me. And buddy. And we got Kase Arora here. Kase, where can people find you?
KaseArora.com.
KaseArora.com.
ARORA is how you spell the last name.
All right, bud. So yeah, I'm actually excited. This is the first time we're gonna get to this. What's the worst you ever fucked up in a relationship?
This is the thing. I remember one time I went on a date with this girl, right? And we
you could stop right there.
Yeah.
What a big mistake.
Yeah. We went on this date and we just didn't. We went
Guy
on
or girl, yeah.
a couple dates, and then it just didn't work out. Like we didn't connect, we didn't jive, nothing was happening, and then
same words for the same thing.
I just kind of ghosted her.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
The ghost is rough.
Yes.
How many dates?
This is like probably 2. Wow. And it's just like we weren't like jiving.
And then you show up and she goes, and you're like, you're my boss at Pathmore?
Yeah.
She goes,
this was like
you're a 28-year-old woman?
Imagine that. So I'm on the train platform.
Yeah.
And I'm drinking.
Wow. I've had that.
I'm holding a coffee.
I've seen an ex at a train platform.
I'm drinking a Dunkin' Donuts coffee.
I feel like you're in a Nancy Meyers movie.
Yeah, I don't even know what that is.
It's a woman that makes a lot of romantic comedies that I liked.
I'm holding a newspaper in one hand. I'm just trampling right through that reference.
Dude, I literally watched like 17 of these women's movies. I was like, I like this movie, I like this movie, I like this movie. And then I'm not even getting about 15 years of my life, 10 years of my life passed, and I go, Nancy Meyers. And I look and I go, oh, all the movies I like were the same director. And I was like, oh, I just like all of her movies. Like, it's complicated. There's a movie with applesauce. It's really good. Diane Keaton. Who doesn't love Diane? Diane Keaton's the best. Yeah. But I mean, the same thing happened to me in 2005 or something. I was like, this song's great. Then it was like a different song. You know, like a lot of like rap albums, like they have, obviously they have a lot of like guests, right?
Sure, yeah.
So I'm listening. I go, this song's great. I go, this is a great mix CD. And they're like,
Right.
I was like, whose CD is this? And they go, someone just looks at me and goes, this is just Lupe Fiasco. Like,
Right.
This is just the CD.
I really thought you were gonna say it's just Diane Keaton.
It's just Diane Keaton the whole time.
Diane
Keaton does a hip hop album.
Right.
You didn't know that? Yeah.
Nancy Myers produced it.
Nancy Myers produced their hip hop album. Yeah, so I'm sorry. Yep, you.
So I'm on the train
You're
platform.
on the train platform.
And I'm holding a newspaper in one
Yeah.
hand and a Dunkin' Donuts medium coffee in the
Yeah.
other, right? I see this girl coming out of my peripheral,
Yeah.
right? And she's standing right next to me. And I know this. And she's looking at me.
Wow.
And I freeze so hard.
Yeah.
Mind
Ugh,
you,
this is hard to hear.
Coffee in the left hand, paper in the right.
Never been happy we didn't get to the questions before.
And I'm
Yeah.
literally staring at the coffee, reading it as if it's the paper.
Wow. Wow. And she knows.
She knows.
There's no way. Because, I mean, if somebody shows up and you're just literally looking at something like,
It's an empty train platform.
what does that say?
Yeah. There's how many words are on a Dunkin'
It's
Donuts
so
cup?
obvious, yeah.
How many the paper's in my right hand.
Yeah.
The paper is right there folded.
I've had that happen with just somebody I knew.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a relationship or anything. It was just somebody I kind of met in passing, acquaintances. You know how like you don't want to have that awkward like, hey, how are you? Like we met like twice. Like now we have
Right.
to talk on the train the whole time.
Sure.
This woman, who's actually a pretty well-known comic at this point, sat literally to my right, like right here.
Yeah.
Stared directly in front of me, like stared. And
Yeah.
then I was like, I kind of looked at her. I was like, hey. And then she just kept staring, man, and just didn't acknowledge me, which is one of the funniest things
Right.
that you could have done.
Yeah.
Just completely like gave
I've
me
been-
the full on like I'm a ghost.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
the ghost treatment.
Yeah, and I was just like, this is so much funnier than saying hi. You
Of
know what I mean?
course. Absolutely.
To just literally put your face in front of another person's face and
Yeah.
be like,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
and I'm like, hey man, and it just keep not and just never acknowledge. It was
She
great.
stood there for 2.5 minutes.
Wow,
She
really?
held down. And
You're
then
reading this coffee.
I'm
you go,
re-
caution.
hot beverages may
may
cause harm.
yeah.
Literally going over that over and over in my mind. And then she this is her expression. She just went and then walked off.
And she's married to that manager,
The Pathmark,
Pathmark.
yes.
She goes, do you like sighing very deeply? He's like, yeah.
So yeah, I've never, actually there was a time I was on a train and there was a comic. I was sitting next to her and I noticed it was her and I was just staring at her till she would
Oh, that's great.
realize it was me.
Yeah.
And then maybe a minute and a half later, she looks at me and she goes, oh my God, I thought you were some creep. And I was like,
Wow.
And I was like, oh, this is what it's like. She's like,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And I was like, she's like, oh, thank God. How are you? And then we had a good conversation. But yeah.
I've had that happen too. And then you go, what's your life like? That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like just like girls.
And
like,
then
you're
you
like,
understand. You understand what they're dealing with on a regular basis.
yeah.
I mean, you still don't care,
No.
but you understand.
no. You
Yeah.
go, wow, that's a lot of weirdos approaching.
Yeah, there's
it."
freaks out there.
You go, you didn't.
Good luck.
I go, yeah. Like I was. I remember one time like something like basically what you did, but like I was on the train platform and I just like very purposely like I knelt down at like maybe a 90 degree.
You took a knee.
like a 90-degree angle and just like very purposely turned my head all the way to the left and was like staring at one of my friends. And she like just wasn't acknowledging it. And I was like, you didn't see, and I eventually, went up to her and like, you didn't see me? Just like looking at you like a psycho? And she was just like, yeah, no, but like sometimes people just do that. So I was like, what?
That's
I was
such a
like, what?
lie.
I go,
That's
what?
Such a horse shit
I go,
lie.
people just do that? She goes, yeah, like they're just like weirdos that
No,
like,
no,
will,
no, no, no,
like
no,
follow
no.
you for a
Yeah,
little bit.
no.
But I've had people like tell me
Yeah.
stories about like people like following them and stuff like that. And I go,
Right.
your life is insane.
Yeah, no, it's tough for women.
No one's talked to me for years.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
absolutely. Yeah,
it's crazy.
I could be isolated in my own home.
I have a joke about that, but like it's just like the amount of time that I've just been ignored through society.
Yeah, of course.
And then you go, someone said something to you,
Right.
And then you go, yeah, and it was very disrespectful. Blah, blah. I'm like, no, hold up, let's back
This
that up.
is-
Someone said something. That's amazing.
This is why
crazy.
I think women constantly have that need to like interact because they're being interacted with. So when it's an interaction they want, they'll continue to do it. Like if they're with their boyfriend or partner, they'll pursue that. But they don't want the bad interaction. We get ignored all the time. So when we're ignored, when we like to be left alone when we come at home too, we're like, well, this is what I'm used to now.
Interesting. I never thought about it like that. So you're just saying everywhere in the world, people are constantly interacting with them, and then we have no interaction. So that's why you go, leave
me alone.
Why wouldn't I be in a room and nothing's happening?
And we're comfortable with it.
Right. They're like, no, but like we should
exactly.
talk or
this is a positive interaction.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't disagree with what you're saying at all. I just like it gets close to this thing that I always have like not a problem with, but I go when guys are like, oh man, I wish my girlfriend like when they want like a quiet girlfriend,
right?
And they go, oh, I wish she wouldn't talk so much, that kind of thing. And I'm like, I've never been. I go, you're like she's telling you stuff. I go, that's great. I just show up. I just literally show up one day, and then all the stuff's gone, and I'm like, "Oh, all right, well."
You're like a man who lives on an island, but it's still Manhattan.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like it's crazy.
Yeah,
that's nuts. Yeah. No, I mean, whenever somebody says to me, "Oh, my girl nags me too much," I go, man, you should get a girl who's busy. You know what I mean?
Well,
get a girl who's got things to do.
Oh yeah.
Like I never worry about Dina like being on top of me or like whatever. Like
I've never dated
she's
somebody.
Literally such a busy person.
I've never dated somebody where like I'm like, oh, I wish she wasn't so like.
Yeah, no, I've never felt that way.
I don't know. Yeah, the guys are like, I wish my girlfriend didn't talk so much.
They're also
like
bored.
Who are you dating? Who are you dating?
They're also bored as well.
Who are you dating that talks to you this much?
Yeah,
this is great.
So get a hobby.
Yeah.
So
I was like, I wish anyone I was with liked me that much.
Right.
Like that's never happened.
Yeah, you mean somebody wants to come home
still
great. Tired and asks you about your day?
Every single person is like looking at me like, I guess.
No,
I'll reevaluate this right now.
You know what? She'll ask me about my day and I'll tell her, and then I'm walking away feeling so happy. Somebody asked me about my day, and then I race back in. Like I'll walk into the bedroom and then I'll run out and be like, oh no, how was your day? How was your day? I'm sorry, I'm a piece of trash.
Oh man, that's great. I haven't had that. I haven't had that like situation where I'm like, this is great. I'm always like, oh, did I fuck up?
What do you mean?
I don't know. I've always been like, not walking in eggshells, but I'm never sure. I just kind of go, are you good? You good? Not good? What's happening here?
You can't walk in with suspicion. That's a weird way to start a conversation.
We're gonna edit this whole part out. Anyway, hey buddy, I have a question. Do you want to start? Should we start recording? Guys, this has been Kase of the Mondays. You were fantastic. We never got to the last question. It's a thing, and we'll get to them eventually. We'll have Kase back on. Kase,
I keep pushing this further. How about we get to the 2 hours later?
Yeah, we've been on the pod. Kase, where can people find you?
The third time.
The third time, yeah. We're going to plug,
KCARORA.com.
Yeah, and guys, if you have any, if you have your stories about the worst you ever fucked up, email us at ofthemondays@gmail.com. You've been fantastic. My name's Kase. This is Casey. Have a great day. Bye.